We've all heard the story about Our Gracious Majesty the Queen actually meeting Lilibet Diana or Lily Diana, depending on which version you want to say. But what is the true story behind that? This revelation simply may shock you. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of Yorkshire today. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for your company. It's freezing, yes. Lovely, lovely county, as we all know. And for those that are watching in Yorkshire, go on, say hello, wave, go on, give us a wave. We love Yorkshire, don't we? Be proud of where you come from, whether you are any part in the world. It's a beautiful place. Remember, you're living there, you're possibly born there, and more importantly, you could become an ambassador for it. So always think about the place that you come from and find the good spots, even the freezing ones next to the river, like I have today. Back as ever though to your breaking ball story of the day. Now, it's interesting with Our Gracious Majesty the Queen, because there is one thing, of course, that she's very, very astute to, and that is security. We're not talking about the recent break-in at Windsor Castle on Christmas Day, where that lunatic managed to get into the grounds with a big knife. That's all gone silent, hasn't it? We'll let you know more about that when we find more, as ever. When I know more, you'll know more. But interestingly enough, this particular story caught my eye, and I simply wanted to share it with you because it's escalating around the world. I keep seeing news reports in magazines, online, how Our Gracious Majesty the Queen has in fact met Lily Diana over Zoom, or digital platforms as they call them around the world. Let me explain the reasons behind that and why this may shock you. As we know, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle really do enjoy getting ahead on Zoom. Seemingly their fingers are glued to that press go button whenever they have anything to share with the world. But here is the reason why Our Gracious Majesty the Queen and that particular story is simply not true. And this was told to me by a very senior courtier with inside palace walls. And when you think about it, it does seriously make perfect sense. As I've just mentioned, they're always claiming that, you know, Her Majesty the Queen has met Lily Diana, chatted with Archie, talked about gifts, that sort of stuff. All of that is simply not true. And here is the reason why. Our Gracious Majesty the Queen is incredibly concerned about the security surrounding Harry and Meghan. We're not talking about personal security, as which of course they want us to pay for. We're talking about the security of even telephone conversations, you know, even if they send an email across, where could that end up? And more importantly, why would Our Gracious Majesty the Queen partake in a Zoom chat, not knowing if this secretly could be recorded, leaked out to another platform, and what sort of conversation could she have, other than hello, nice to meet you, because anything else could be simply misconstrued. The palace courtier went on to say that while Her Majesty undertakes business meetings via Zoom, and of course we've seen her talking to her daughter, the Princess Royal, Her Royal Highness Princess Anne, on occasions, basically that's about it. They don't really undertake social media conversations for fear of course, security. So whenever you see those stories popping up online, in magazines, or on other websites or YouTube channels, trust me, take it from me, it simply does not happen. Right now, Our Gracious Majesty the Queen has yet to actually see, shall we say, in the flesh, her latest addition to the family, Lily Diana, whatever those spin doctors like to put out. As ever, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of Yorkshire.